just head ass degenerate fucking anime character. Like,
We love those.
fucking
He's
love
good
him.
shit. He's
Mhm.
good shit. For
But
sure.
picking off from there. Oh, we can't hear you anymore, Pati. Were you saying something? But I'm gonna introduce the anime podcast, go through the socials, explain the tournament, and then yeah. Fuck, how did I do it last time? Oh my god.
Go listen to it real quick.
I know. I forgot how I like. Oh yeah, I just asked who wants to go first. Let me just go ahead and ask that right now. Amanda.
I say the co-host.
Yeah. All right. So Amanda will go first. I'll be like, Amanda, since you're the host, I'll go ahead and ask you, why do you think, or just introduce your character and then be like, why do you think they have a better character development than Michelle's Luffy? But before that, I'll have both of you say what character you guys decide, so the audience can hear that, and then we're going to jump into those 2 points, and then solely you and I and Pati, our roles is just like we can facilitate, we can chime in if you will. I'm gonna start a timer because after 5 minutes, or when it's closing to 5 minutes, I'm gonna play this bitch. And when that bitch is coming, you
Panic.
Cut off.
Oof.
Just
Better
like
get your points across. Damn. Okay.
Ace and
Wait,
Neji,
can you hear me better now?
Rengoku, and yeah.
Damn.
Who was the guy that died in Full Metal? Was it Colonel Mustang? No, it wasn't. It was
Greed.
not Greed. The guy that died in the phone booth. What's his
Lee?
name?
Oh,
Lee? Not Lee.
Not Lee. Sorry.
Hawk?
Oh. No.
Hughes. No.
No.
Hughes?
Maze Hughes.
Maze Hughes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all these famous characters.
Who the fuck am I thinking about? Anyway.
I don't know.
Sounds
familiar though, but
Man,
anyway.
White looks so confused.
I don't know.
Is she confused or is she frozen? Oh, she's frozen.
Well, now we know why she looked.
She dipped out. I won.
She
All
did
right.
look frozen for a
Sick.
second. I was like, I was about to check it out. I was like,
I know.
okay?
Bro, I thought you were just lost in thought. I was like, damn, she's getting ready to spit some bombs. Like, God.
No, sorry guys. My internet went out for a second there.
I bet you can't wait to move.
Oh God, I can't fucking wait. You know what? I'm doing something exciting. So we were supposed to move in the first of June, and instead, Abby's taking another contract in Austin, and I'm gonna spend the summer living in Austin, and then I'm gonna move back in August, and that's when we're gonna move into a house.
Oh, that's exciting.
I know.
Yeah,
Austin's
weird
gonna
in
be-
that city. Yeah. Fucking do all that paddle voting,
Oh
rinse
yeah,
some
Austin in the
bombs. I
summer
don't
is
fucking
lit.
know, yeah.
Yeah. But yes,
Well,
I can't wait to get out of this house.
Nice. That'll be
The
fun.
Wi-Fi is
Austin's fun.
terrible.
Austin's always a good time. I need to go
Hell
float
yeah.
the river again, honestly. So
Hell
I
yeah,
have an
I'll be there.
excuse. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
please do.
Mel doesn't like Austin.
I don't like Austin. I like the team and I like the river. That's pretty much it.
So right now he's just giving you false hope, Amanda.
Damn.
Oh, I would come to the river.
You
And
go
if
for a
you
road
happen
trip.
to be about that, we linking up in Austin.
I mean, there's good food down there.
Yeah, I just don't like
Uh-huh.
6th
So-
Street. Like I'm just done with that.
No. So me and Abby are gonna stay off South Congress, which is way better.
Ooh,
It's like,
you got me
Yeah.
peaked now.
yeah,
you got
we're
me
gonna
peaked now.
we're getting an apartment that's like near
That place
South
low-key is
Congress.
fire. Yeah,
South
that place
Congress
is
is
fire.
good shit. Yeah.
yeah. It's
We are
kind
not
of
going anywhere near
expensive.
6.
Yeah. Fuck you.
No, not what we're doing. It worked out pretty well. So
Okay, now look at you,
you're
scheming.
I know.
Why you laugh? Why you laugh like an anime character? Anyway,
That was my impression of Luffy.
Whoa!
No, actually, hold on.
Oh.
I got a better one.
Listen.
Meat.
All right, Miss Date Bayo, relax. Okay.
it's gonna be a fun one, 100%. Let me get
Wait,
my
oh, wait.
camera open.
You're watching it in English, huh?
She is.
Back and
I'm so
forth
sorry.
between- I go back and forth because I watch it when I work too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, that's the only way to watch it. Well, to get caught up, I feel.
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't
you
know.
just
Luffy's voice in English just it doesn't do it for me. But
But
you
that's
don't
what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. It would take so much longer for me to get through it if I had to watch it only in sub, because then I have to force myself to pay attention for like 6 hours straight. Because that's how I've been watching it. I spent 6 hours on the couch watching One Piece on Sunday. Like,
damn,
that's a long time.
that
why?
Yeah.
That's
that
long
is a
time to watch
commitment.
anything.
Because I'm trying to catch up.
I mean,
gotta get there.
it's like I forgot how many 100 hours of it is. It is.
A lot.
Yeah.
So actually, Krishan's cheating. Did you know that, Val?
I know.
Mhm.
That doesn't sound
Doesn't
like
surprise me at all. He
So
cheats
last night when you were like, "Oh,
in
Krishan,"
video games.
you were
Yeah.
like, "Krishan, how far into One Piece are you?" And he goes, "I'm 150 episodes." And then he sent me a TikTok where it was like, "Here's the fastest way to get through One Piece." And it was like, "Watch this movie. This covers this arc. Watch this movie. This covers this arc. Watch this movie. That covers this arc." And they're only like hour and a half
No.
movies. So he watched 3 movies instead of watching the episodes. I'm like,
No, he's missing out on
Alright.
all the good shit.
He's really missing
I
out on a
said-
lot of details.
Yeah. For real.
I responded and I was like, "That's cool, man, but I'm kind of enjoying watching it right now." So
So did he choose Gojo because he watched the movie?
He chose Gojo because Gojo's daddy, probably. But
I think he wanted
think
to
he
choose
thought
the
it-
most OP character.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I thought, yeah.
that's what
Yeah,
I
but-
thought it was gonna be at first, and I was like, ooh.
Nah, this is more detail. We animate for 30. We don't copy and paste. The
Let's do
fuck?
official.
The fuck?
The fuck.
But yeah. Whenever y'all are ready, or Impati, you have any questions though before we jump in?
No,
About-
I guess I'm just along for the ride, right?
Wait, are you caught up?
In what?
One Piece?
Yeah, I've seen the theme song.
Low key, he does watch it with me. I don't even think about asking. He watches the current episodes. With
No,
Jail.
I sit on
Okay.
the
Like
couch.
working,
I
though.
sit on the couch on my phone or my laptop while he watches.
Fair. Okay.
I know some of
Michelle,
them.
I gotta be careful with what I say, you know? I don't
Yeah,
want
you
to
can say
ruin.
You
Nah.
can go ahead.
I don't know.
Michelle,
I
It's
don't
a
know
lot.
if I ever watch it.
did you watch episode 5 of Visions though?
Yeah. I told you. I told you it's so good.
Okay. I didn't remember if you said anything about it, but
Oh, yeah.
I watched it yesterday and I was like, wow,
What we need.
why can't Star Wars just be anime? Like, why?
Dude.
It fits. It just
The
makes sense.
animation style on that, I was like, I need a full series
more.
right now.
Yeah.
Visions is good.
It was so freaking good.
But what we need to catch up on is Vinland.
I'm
You
one
might
behind.
need to catch
Watch it
up.
tonight.
I don't need to catch up.
He said it's just you.
Well, we would be caught
Did
up.
you watch it?
I wanted to play games yesterday.
Well, I needed to get some stress off, but I got stressed again, so it's kind of counterproductive.
Mm.
Oh, yikes.
But we can watch it today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cuties.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna fucking start. Am I right? I love these little bits.
Okay, that soundtrack
That threw
or
me
that
off.
laugh track just freaked me the fuck out.
I was like,
I looked behind me.
Oh, I was like, damn, you got a crowd? Crazy.
All right, we're gonna run through here. So, Michelle, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Amanda, are you ready?
I'm ready.
And Posse, are you ready? Bet. Get ready to rumble because welcome back to Anime for 3. Strap in because we got a colorful one, a spicy one, hopefully. But you know what Anime for 3 is for by now. You know, we're talking about animated series or anime series. Let me say that. It could surround episodes, it could surround films, yada yada. But we do ask you guys to be able to rate this episode, please, right after you listen to it. Also follow us on our socials. We are Anime for Three. You got to spell out the three. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. We're also on YouTube as well too. If you want to subscribe. It is Anime for Three, but you got to put the number 3. But we do again want to ask you guys for feedback. That's how we grow. So anything that you guys want to let us know, or anything that you want us to do additionally, please just go ahead and comment, DM us, all of that jazz. But hit up our socials. But today we are tackling Hot Take Tournament Part 2, and we are joined by two. Can I cuss on this? Yes, I can, because I'm the fucking host. We got two motherfucking champs in the house. We got Michelle, who's a guest, and we got the host, Amanda. They're about to debut. They're going to introduce their characters they chose on why they want to defend those two characters as well, too. Our other host, Krishan, is unfortunately unable to be here due to work reasons, so he will be joining us in a future episode. But we are joined with a great replacement, Impati the Rumi. Give a shout out to the Rumi. Let's go. We got that guy. But yeah. Appreciate that sound bit, But we got Impati to step in for him real quick. But yeah, welcome to the mini series Hot Take Tournament. But I will ask the two opponents real quick, what are your characters that you guys are defending? And you guys can take turns. If Michelle wants to go first, Michelle could go first. If Amanda wants to go first, Amanda could go first. But what are the characters that you guys are defending right now?
I chose Naruto Uzumaki. Believe it! Because he's gonna win.
All right. You heard that. Okay. We got Naruto in the one corner. And Michelle, who's your character?
The future king of the pirates, Monkey D. Luffy.
Salute, baby! Let's go! But yes, I'm sorry. I'm not biased. That's why we got Impati here. But I'm not biased at all. But we got Michelle defending Luffy, and we got Amanda defending Naruto. So this should be a spicy one. But if you guys aren't aware, what this series is about is that we're gonna have two chosen guests, Amanda and then Michelle, and what we're going to do is we're going to have them debate on 2 topics, 2 points. The points being 1, character development, and then the second, story. So they're going to have 5 minutes each. I do have a timer, and if we need to, we can put that to 6, 7. It just depends on the situation. If they really have a strong point they want to sell. At the end of this as well too, we will be posting this on our Instagram for you guys, the audience, to be able to vote for just a popularity for you guys to let us know who you think should have won. But yeah, that is the tournament in a nutshell. So it's going to be a good one. So let's just give it up to these guys. Let's give it up to these guys. They came here. They're about to defend on this tournament. But yeah, Amanda, I think you're going first because you're the host. So go ahead. Why do you think Naruto has a better character development than Luffy? The floor is yours.
Hold on, let me pull up my notes here.
Oh, we got notes.
Oh, we got notes.
Oh, Jesus. Listen, I would have prepared a PowerPoint if I knew. But I'm fine. I'm good.
For those listening, Amanda really does have notes on her phone.
I got a lot of notes.
It's an MLA format, please. Goodness.
I wanted it.
My God.
That's double spaced, Amanda. That looks like a lot of notes.
I wanted to make sure that I could talk about everything that I was thinking about, and
it's a goddamn dissertation in there. That's what that is.
I could write a dissertation. I realized after after writing these notes, I could in fact write a dissertation on why why Naruto is so good. I could. Okay. Maybe I should.
Oh, for sure. I think you should.
You should
get my master's just to write a Naruto dissertation.
Yeah.
PhD D for Date Bio. There you go.
Oh shit. All right. So the first point. What was the first point again? What are we talking about?
The first point. Why do you believe Naruto has a better character development than Luffy? Monkey D.
Okay.
Luffy. Let me say their full names because these are two greats, okay? These are two ghosts they chose, okay? But yeah, You heard the point.
I mean,
All right, cool. So a couple points on that one. All right, let's dive on in. I'm not nervous at all. We can just jump into it.
Believe it.
Stick to the notes.
Nervous.
Stick to the
Why am I
notes.
nervous? Notes. All right.
It's all fun.
So, okay. Why is Naruto? Why does he have the best character development? Why,
Yes.
you ask? Well, let me tell you. The entire storyline of Naruto is about character development, right? So let's peel back for a second. Let's just talk about Naruto the show in general. Every aspect of the show is character development. Now, if we take Naruto specifically into consideration, it follows his individual character development. So let's go ahead and dive into that a little bit. What is that about? What does that mean? First things first, his parents died. Naruto.
Every anime character, any situation.
You cannot be
Parents
great
are gonna-
unless you have a dead parent.
You
All right.
cannot.
These are facts.
The prerequisite
It's
for
a
power.
prerequisite.
Okay, so his parents died, right? Nobody took him in. Not Iruka, because he hated him, by the way, because he blamed Naruto for his dad dying. Not the Hokage, who swore on his parents' deathbed that he would take care of him. Not Kakashi, because Kakashi was still a child himself at the time. Not any single other adult in the village. No one took him in. He lived alone at 6 years old in an apartment, fed himself, bathed himself. Could you do that at 6? Because I couldn't. I was probably still shitting myself at 6. I'm just going to throw that out there.
So it's okay to be a late bloomer. It's all right.
I hope I
If
was
you're
not
still
still
shitting
shitting
yourself in the
myself.
audience, like we are not making fun of you. So I just want to get that out there. A lot of people can't,
I mean, if you have
involuntarily.
IBS,
Mm.
that is okay too.
It's kind of shitty,
Well-
but yeah, keep going.
Okay.
It was right there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ooh, reel it in. Anyway, so nobody took care of him. He had every right in itself to kind of grow up and have just based off that alone, hatred for his village, the people, even his parents. But you know what? He didn't. We'll get into that later. That's a different point. Next, not only did no one take care of him, he was bullied. He was literally bullied by the entire village for being a child with the 9 tails inside of him. When he was 6 years old, did he know what the 9 tail was? No, he had no idea. He just thought people didn't like him. Sad. That's sad. That's reason number 2, why he should have been a villain, why he should have destroyed the Hidden Leaf Village. But that's not what we're arguing about here. Next point, they called him uncontrollable. He was obviously controllable. He just didn't get any attention. He wanted the attention. He didn't get it. And he acted out to try and receive that attention. No one gave it to him. Reason number 3, to destroy the Hidden Leaf Village. But we're not talking about that. Every single villain, and I put up air quotes there because if we can even call them villains, we all know the story about whatever. I don't consider them villains. They all doubted him. Every single one of them, every single fight. They're like, you little runt, you little rat, blah, blah, blah. They doubted him. And guess what? Every single one lost. You know why? Because he developed his skills. He learned how to, eventually, how to control. Oh, spoiler, by the way. He learned how to control the 9 tail, used that to his advantage. They became best friends, actually. What do we call that? Development. Next part, he can connect with literally anybody on an emotional scale. You cannot do that unless you are well-rounded, a well-developed individual. I can't talk someone out of killing the entire village just because I can talk. You have to be able to have a developed conversation, have empathy, understand where they're coming from, what the reasoning is. There's another one. Next point. Oh, he learned that every single person is capable of doing good. You know how people learn that? Development. That's how.
You're having like a real Charlie Day moment. You're like, everything leads back to development.
I was really good at debate in high school. If you can't tell, development. I'm sweating. Hold on, I gotta turn my fan on over here. Um,
Ooh,
okay,
child.
okay. Next point, and then I'll bring it all together here. Right?
Wrap it up.
He
Close it in on
he
time.
was born as a normal person, right? He was a normal baby in a normal village to semi-normal parents, I suppose you could say, but he was born normal, right? Everything that he encountered, every situation, every negative, everything he encountered was due to reasons out of his control, right? We'll bring that back to the first point. He had every right to take that negatively and use those emotions to go against everyone that was against him, but he didn't. He took those things that were given to him, he twisted them and said, I'm going to take everything that's happened to me and I'm going to turn it into a positive. I'm going to develop these people. I'm going to develop myself and I'm going to make sure that I become the next Hokage. And all in all, what all these points are getting at here.
Keep
Way
it
to
going.
throw it off.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah, that
You
was
messed
my.
up our
I was literally just gonna bring up like how it all comes together, and you just had to. Whatever.
I'm in for the ride.
This feels like
Thank
an
you,
Oscars moment.
Michelle. I really appreciate that. I hope I can stay as quiet for your segment. Anyways.
No worries if you can't bring it on, because I'll detour so much. It's okay. Well, I'm trying. I'm gonna try not to.
Okay. All in all, let's bring that all together. Naruto started out in a really shitty situation. He took everything that was negative, turned it into a positive by developing not only himself and his personality and his empathy and his traits, he also, in turn, because of his personality and his willingness to do good, be good, feel good, he also developed everyone else around him. He made everybody else want to be a better person, want to be stronger because of him, want to do better because of him. Even the villains decided to, well, I say decided, like Pain, for example. Pain gave his will to Naruto because Naruto was able to take that with him and develop a better world, things like that. Somebody should have counted how many times I said develop there. But,
Oh, I was.
okay. So,
It's a whopping 11.
It's got to be more than that. There's no way.
I'm just kidding. You're doing great, honestly. Great point so
No,
far.
I'll leave it at that. I think I'm at time now, but those are my points on why Naruto is developed.
Thank you
And-
so much, Amanda. Thank you so much, Amanda Uzumaki. You really know how to defend your character, and that's the Uzumaki way, ain't it? Ain't
It's because he's developed.
yeah. I knew another one was coming, but thank you so much.
Hashtag my Hokage. There we go.
Awesome.
I'm
Well,
really
okay,
Wow.
okay. Well, we've heard from Amanda. Thank you so much for telling us why you think Naruto is better or has a better character development than Luffy. So now we come to you, Michelle, to defend your character, Luffy,
My
Monkey
king.
D. Luffy. Emphasis on the D and not what y'all think. If you're caught up, you'll understand. But listen, the floor is yours. Why do you think Luffy is a better overall? Why do you think Luffy has a better character development than Naruto?
Okay. Well, let me start off with like disclaimer. I love Naruto. He does have a lot of good development, but I do think his development comes in big moments, whereas Luffy's is more incremental throughout the series. And I got over 1,000 episodes, so there's a lot to choose from. All right, but I'm gonna try and condense it. So when you first meet Luffy, he's nothing but like this carefree, very overconfident dude with a big dream. He just wants to be king of the pirates. He literally just starts off with a dream, a boat, good vibes, like not a thought behind those eyes, just righteousness. Okay, and that's the case with everybody he meets. And from the get-go, you know a little bit about like his background, but all you know is him meeting Shanks and what happened with that. You don't really know anything else. You don't know anything about his parents. You don't know anything about who he grew up with or how. We don't find that out till hundreds of episodes later, really.
Truly.
Right? Okay. So, but at the same time, while he's super carefree and goofy and all that, bring it on. Yes.
Well, we got to.
Just so I know, what episode do we find that out?
Somewhere between,
Wait,
listen, somewhere between
what
3 and
arc?
600. Okay.
Okay, so I have
Because
a
it
lot
comes in
left.
spurts. It come
Okay,
Well, you're coming up on it because
There's a lot
you're
of
in
flashbacks.
Skypiea.
Yeah,
You're in
okay,
Skypiea. So it'll happen before. Okay, it'll happen like right
Marine
around Marine Ford.
yeah.
We'll put it that way.
Hmm.
okay, cool. Sorry to interrupt. I was
Oh
curious.
no,
Okay, bye.
and you're gonna get
Yeah,
even. No, you're fine. And you're gonna
yeah.
get
No,
more
we'll
development,
add
and
time for that, interruption. But it was a great question. It was a great question.
for sure. But anyway, so you see all this. You see he's carefree. You don't really see any ounce of maturity until really he's in Alabasta, where he's confronting Vivi, and he's like, "You think people don't die in war?"
Mm.
And that for me, that was the first time I was like, "What does he know?" Because up until now, we've just seen him be a goofball, head into everything without a thought, no hesitation. All he prioritizes is freedom, his friends, and justice. But he doesn't do it to be a hero. Like his whole thing is, I don't want to be a hero. I don't want to share my meat. Okay, but that's not going to stop him from helping anybody that needs it. Okay. Um, Fast forward to Ennie's lobby, where he literally, once again, zero hesitation, decides to declare war on the world government for his friend. Again, he still prioritizes freedom, his friends, righteousness. Now we're going to fast forward to Water 7. And in Water 7, we see him first develop as a captain. And that's when we see him fight with Usopp as a crewmate. And at first, he's like, I might just let this slide. But at the same time, his right hand man, Zoro's like, actually, you as a captain, you have to command respect. Like, that is the weight of your role.
You don't have to
And if
slash
you,
with it.
right? And if you let this slide, the whole crew falls apart easily. And we see how hard it is for him because Luffy genuinely loves his friends. Like, he'll do anything for them. But the fact that he has to stand his ground and still command respect as a captain, that's where he learns he has to do that first. After that, fast forward to Sabaody. Now, up until now, he hasn't really been humbled. Like he's trained, he's gotten better and stronger after every fight. He's developed after every fight. He's developed after every arc. Literally, anytime he encounters, that's the cool thing about Luffy. He just constantly learns and gets better. But it's not until Sabaody that he gets humbled big, because that's when he realizes he can't defend or protect anybody on his crew. He's not strong enough for that yet. And it sucks because he literally sees everybody around him get bitch slapped away. And we see him break down. So that's the first part, right? So after that, he trains a little bit, again, developing. He's like, damn, I couldn't do anything, but I'm going to work hard and try to get stronger, not trying to get too many details away. But after that, he comes back for Marine Ford, and we all see what happens there. We literally get this ridiculous long ass arc of him fighting for
The
his life.
Not she's underwatering it. It was long. It was long.
It was yeah, lengthy. So for this longest time, you see him fight for everybody around him, freaking not stopping for anybody to save one person that's dearest to him. And you see him sacrifice so much. You see him put through so much, keep beating people down. You see him get beat down, poisoned, all this other shit to finally get to his destination and still not be able to save the person dearest to him.
Mm.
And that, as a viewer, that just wrecks you because it's like, dude, he's grown so much. Like this entire time, you get this hope that okay, like something good's gonna happen, right? He can do this. Just to find out, like, he still fell short. But up until then, like he's still somehow bringing everybody around him. Like everybody still believes in him, despite how weak he is. They're like, you just talk big, but at the same time, he backs up what he says most of the time. So, and I'll circle back to that because whenever you mention how Naruto inspires everybody around him to be better, Luffy does that with everybody he meets in every town. But I'll circle back to that. But anyway, okay, so after what happens in Marineford, we get the infamous 3D2Y, where he realizes, okay, I know what I need to do. I know who I need to be. I'm going to take some time off to train, get stronger so that I can actually go into the new world with my crewmates in a way that's befitting of someone who wants to be king of the pirates, right? And after that, I'm trying so hard not to get lost.
It is a lot of
Anyway,
episodes.
it's so many. It's so many.
There's
And
a
I'm
lot
trying
of
not,
episodes.
and there's so much that happens between Marineford and now where we are now, which is Wano. But basically, when he comes back from that, you still see him like he comes in. He's not even loud like he was when he first comes in. He's got that silent confidence around him, but he's still like if somebody threatens him, he's gonna dodge it or he's gonna put them in their place, basically. So now he's less of a loud, carefree character. He starts to think more before he acts, right? So, and you see that especially in Wano, where he doesn't just in the whole Cake Island arc or now, like he doesn't just declare war to declare war. He's like, no, I'm gonna back up what I say. Like I'm gonna defend those around me. Come get it, basically. So that's as far as development goes, that's the biggest one. Like he progressively gets stronger, but now he's more aware of where he stands, which is why he tackles certain people the way he does, why he speaks the way he does. He still commands respect. And if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have the Straw Hat Fleet, which he didn't even want. People just like, no, we believe in you so much that we are gonna swear our loyalty to you.
Hmm.
There's that, right? But now back to what I was gonna say about him inspiring those around him. We see that in the way he does, in the way he brings in all his crewmates, right? Because Luffy's not the smartest. He can't cook for shit. He like he's not a smart dude. But with all these flaws, and he knows how, like he knows what he needs, and that's why he brings people in. He's like, okay, you want to be the greatest swordsman? That sounds like somebody who the King of the Pirates would need. And then I need a cook. I want a musician. I want a doctor. I got zero sense of direction. I need a navigator. So he gathers all these people, not just for his dream. He wants them to pursue their dreams too. And he fully encourages that and supports that. And he's like, okay, we're all going to do this together. We're just going to get to the ultimate goal while still achieving all our individual dreams. Right. So that's the cool thing because he not only inspires them to keep following their dreams and fight for what they want. We see that with Zoro. We see that with Sanji because he wants to see the all blue. Nami wants to make a map of the world, etc., etc. We see that with, I don't want to say all the people that he saves, but kind of. Because at the same time, he won't save anyone unless they ask. He didn't do that with Nami. He didn't do that with Vivi. He didn't do that with Robin. Even like Sanji, he waited until he basically got the green light to go help. With Wano, he waited until Kinemon was like, help me. So he doesn't just go out of his way to help. He inspires those around him in a way that gives them permission to step up and take action and ask for help when they need to. That's all I'm going to say. Right on time. Let's go.
Well said. Well said. This is gonna be a tough one, but we do appreciate you, Michelle, as well too, for defending your character in a very eloquent way. So, absolutely okay, and without spoiling the show as well too. So that's kudos on that.
I tried
Um,
so hard. I skipped so many. I also had notes.
they both had notes, guys. These are
You're
evidence.
a stinking liar.
I never said I didn't. I was like, damn, that's a lot. And then I looked at mine. I'm like,
Oh my
look at us.
goodness.
We,
Can you tell we're women?
we're a couple of fucking scholars, all right? We're
Y'all are. Because I'll
I
tell you
love the
something, right?
preparation.
Yeah,
It's for
to you and
preparation.
Krishan, not to dog them, they did not have notes. But
It sounds like you're dogging him.
nothing but vibes.
but no, this is gonna be a tough one for Empati and I to kind of judge on the fly. Empati, you want to go first, or you want me to just tackle this right now?
You know what? I'll let you go first since
Okay,
you're more
okay,
experienced with Luffy than I am.
okay, okay,
Wait, what
okay.
happens now? What happens now? What do we
So
do?
what's gonna happen now, guys? Is great question. Is that Empati and I are gonna be able to decide on who won that point? So if it's going to be Luffy, we're going to say Luffy won. If it's going to be Naruto, we're going to say Naruto won. If it's a tie, we're going to have to lean on the next one. And if that's a tie as well too, it's going to come to Instagram votes.
Ooh,
Wait, when
So
you
that'll
say
be
on
fun.
the next one, what does that mean?
the next point they're going to argue is which character had the better story.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yep, yep,
It's getting
yep.
heated. Look at
It's
that.
getting
She's
a little
sweating.
spicy because
I'm
honestly,
freaking out.
these two characters, like I said, like when before they even started, like these two characters are goats. Like these two characters are very well known throughout anime community, non-anime community. Like people make references to these characters, so this is going to be a tough one. Um, Shoot.
Dude, it's almost a sin putting them
It
against each other
is. I hate that
because
y'all
they're
chose
so
them.
good.
Why
I
did
hate
you
was
that
make
like,
me
y'all
do this,
chose them.
Michelle?
well, I don't
Nobody
know.
else can go up against Luffy except Naruto.
Like literally, just oh man,
I don't
because they're
know.
so good. But
Goku's had some great, development.
Who?
Development.
Goku.
Naruto's had some great development. A lot of
listen,
development. A
Goku's
lot has
listen.
developed.
The most development Goku's ever had is his hair growing. Okay,
I'd say that's progress.
Get
be
the
so
fuck out
freaking
of
for real right now.
here. But anyway, goodness, Naruto. I mean, Amanda talked about Naruto about, if you don't know Naruto, she pretty much summarized that guy. Like he was always in a seat to do the next right thing. That's what Naruto is, and that's why I respect the guy and I expect, his development throughout the whole series. And then you got Luffy, where like I didn't even think about it like that, Michelle. Like how you were saying, like progressively he's getting better. Like he's actually listening to outside input to be able to become a better leader for the people who he interacts with. That's a great way to look at Luffy as a person that I never even looked at. Fuck. Oh, you got Naruto, well-rounded individual. He's a best friend. Luffy's a best friend too. He can connect with anybody. That motherfucker is a social butterfly.
You know
Both
what's
of them are.
crazy too? The
Both of
authors
them
are
are.
like really good friends in real life.
They're really good friends. Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
just found
crazy?
that out. Yeah.
I love that.
You know what? I'm only going to say this because it's something I can support. Just because One Piece isn't finished, anime wise, I'm gonna have to give it to Naruto. Just because we've seen the whole completion of Naruto, and that's the reason why both arguments, both points were sound. They're fucking sound. They're both like they're fuck. Who wouldn't want to be friends with these motherfuckers? First of all, like who wouldn't want to be friends with either Naruto or Luffy? Like, but I'm gonna give my point to Naruto Uzumaki. Again, I'm biased about Luffy. I can't believe that fucking came out my mouth. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Naruto. I'm gonna give it to Naruto just because I can support it that way if somebody wants to come in my throat. So yeah. Yeah. Floor's yours and Potsy. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want to give this point to?
I thought you were gonna swing it the other way. That's kind of tough.
Me
No
too.
way. You're
Me
lying.
too.
Yeah, I thought we all thought
Damn.
were gonna go with One Piece. I mean, it's okay. It's
Don't
okay.
kill me.
It'd be like
I
that.
just want to throw it out there. I felt left out because you guys had notes, so I've been making my own as we go along.
Oh, look at that. See, look at us inspiring those around us.
Yeah,
Development.
it's like
Development.
development. Yeah.
Moment.
I mean, I think it's a pretty tough one because there's a lot of common threads between them. I mean, you talk about Luffy
Oh, yeah.
connecting with people around the world, Naruto connecting with all the villages. The downfall, I guess, for both of them is that their development happens mainly in big moments. That's what it sounds like. Based on what you guys are saying, I could be. I mean, I know I may be wrong in some villages,
I guess for viewers it
some
would.
areas. For viewers, what do you mean for viewers?
Well, because when you're watching a show, like it's always the big scenes that stand out for you. Like you don't
That's
pay
true.
attention to
The
daily
little stuff.
life or the little
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
That's why you have to watch the fillers, guys. Come
Oh, come on.
Hey, we wouldn't know Kakashi's face without him. So
She's so right.
Touche.
That's only the filler. People missed
Yeah.
it.
And I mean, it sounds like they both just want
Absolutely,
to uplift everyone. Like Amanda made the point that Naruto eventually developed a friendship with Kurama, the bane of his existence, literally. And you got Luffy, who's became more self-aware through his changing roles, and he grew through all of that, becoming a captain. I don't know. I think it's too tough to swing one way or the other. So I think on this point, I'm going to make it a tie, and then we'll leave it down to the next round.
And Patsy's chaotic. But
Middle way.
my man.
all right, well.
If there's an equal amount of points on both sides, I'm just throwing it out.
Hey, I mean, it was a tough decision. Honestly, they both argued great. But yeah, you heard it. And Pachi's giving a point to Luffy. I gave a point to Naruto, so we got a tie. So we're gonna go to the next point and see where this is gonna jump off. We got a 1-1. We got a 1-1 decision make right here. So give it up. Give it up. Give it up. But yeah, let's go to the second point, the second and final point. So, Michelle, you're gonna go first since Amanda went first the first time. But Michelle, why do you think Luffy has a better story than Naruto? Why do you think collectively, from what you've seen, what you've read, you can kind of tie it in if you wanted, like, how you concised it without, spoiling it. Why do you think Luffy has a better story than Naruto? The floor is yours.
That's tough. Um, I'll have to say because despite everything that's thrown his way, he remains very true to his character and his goal. Like, if anything, he just steals his resolve and his character, regardless of what's thrown at him. Story wise, I could go into, I could go into the storytelling of One Piece, the world building, how every character and side character could literally stand alone and have their own show if they wanted to because Oda spent so much time developing these characters around them.
He
How
showed in.
dude, and like everybody complements each other. Everybody on the crew complements each other. Everybody on every other crew complements each other. You have kind of like the old pirates and the new generation that parallel in so many ways. Um, but I will say, story wise, oh man, it's just so good because it's not just the story about this dude following his dream. It's a story about, hey, this dude's going to follow his dream, but he's leaving the world better than he found it. He's tackling government corruption and slavery, uh, starvation. He doesn't just use talk no jutsu. He will beat a motherfucker up, you know?
Mm. Emphasis on that. He throws hands, gun
He,
hands. Yes.
exactly. That and the fact that freedom is such an essential core part of his character, not just for his character in the story, but for his devil fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And people like to argue, like, oh, he's so goofy and so childish, but that's also like it's so essential to his devil fruit for reasons that everybody will find out later. But it's what allows him to be so creative in battle. It's what allows him to view everything from like a bigger picture as opposed to, well, this is what the government says, this is what the Marines say, yada yada. It's like, well, no, this is what's right for me, and I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do that because it's right and because I want to be the freest man in the world. So I love it.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. I mean, Luffy's just a good guy. Again, like I
It's just
said,
that
like how
dude.
how can you not want to be friends with Luffy? Like, he's just a knucklehead that's just wanting to have fun and wanting to bring the best out of you. So, no, absolutely, absolutely appreciate you, Michelle. Well, Amanda, it's your turn. So, why do you think Naruto has a better story than Luffy?
Okay, let's jump back in here. The
Development.
first thing, development. Believe it. Date Mayo. Okay. So let's talk about this. Let's really talk about this for a minute and be serious, as serious as I can be, I suppose. Um Naruto. One of the really cool things about Naruto, and I think eventually you do get there with One Piece. I'm just not there yet, so I haven't seen it yet. I don't have that perspective. But one of the really cool things that I like about Naruto is that the series itself starts when Naruto is young, really young, and we do get eventual flashbacks to his childhood. So I mean, in theory, we get baby Naruto, we get toddler Naruto, we get preteen Naruto, we get teenage Naruto, we get young adult, and we get adult Naruto with a family and kids, right? Not that I've watched Boruto, not going there, but it's part of the storyline, right? If we bring all of them together. And I really like the way that that flows because as you're watching this over the years, right? Some of us started, some of us, I didn't, unfortunately, I wish I did, but some people started Naruto when they were very young and they literally grew up with him. They got to watch the episodes, they got to watch the time skips and see him growing with them, right? So I thought that was a really cool experience just for viewers to really kind of empathize with the character, with the show, what he's going through at any given time. Um, and then something else that I think really sticks out to me with the storyline is there are Naruto itself is a really good anime. I think it started for kids. Maybe it's not so much anymore, but it was pointed towards a younger crowd. But even then, there's a lot of really dark themes in it, right? You've got friends killing friends. You've got the tuning exams that are literally pitting children against each other in these battle scenarios. You have war, you have all of these really dark themes. But as you're watching it, you don't think of it that way. You just kind of enjoy what's going on in the show. So it gives you a lot more to think about too with the storyline of what are the deeper meanings, what can I learn from this, things like that, which I always really enjoyed when I watched it as an adult. And then lastly, what I wanted to come back around to is not necessarily the storyline in itself, right? Because if you're watching this podcast, you've seen Naruto. I don't have to tell you play by play what happened in the show, but you would know it well enough to understand the influence that Naruto has on the viewer. From that perspective, you know, you learn all these ideologies and all of these traits and qualities and all these great things about how to be a person from him as a character, which is built into the story. That is the story. Part of the story is Naruto teaching us how to be better individuals, right? Through all of these dark themes and all of these horrible things that are happening to him. And then again, with the storyline, sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. With the storyline, I mean, from the beginning over and over again, we just see different scenarios of him not having anybody in his corner until he saved the village from Pain, right? That was when, after he beat Pain, he comes back in, which was a beautiful arc in itself. That was probably, Valentine told me from the get-go, the Pain arc is the best, one of the best arcs of any anime that you will ever watch. And it is still true after everything I've seen. I don't know if anything can beat that arc, but that is a huge, 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 huge part of the storyline in Naruto because that was so detrimental to the village, and that showed us like what Naruto was capable of. Not only that, but what the villagers could come to view him as an individual, right? They were no longer scared of him. They no longer hated him because of these things he couldn't control. But that brings the storyline up to where Naruto's at today and how he started his Hokage journey, which is another story in itself that we don't need to go into really. But just to wrap all of that up, all in all, I really like that the storyline isn't just a story. It's not like a book where when you close it, it's done. You don't think about it anymore. It's one of those where you latch on to all of the qualities, the themes, the traits, the characters, everything that you've learned from the show over the years, like the determination, willingness to do better, perseverance, all of those themes. That's something that you take out of the story. And I'll just leave it right there because I think I could go on for another hour, but I'll just cut it off.
Well, wow.
Yes, Michelle.
Michelle has
it was solid, but I remember that, like, how you bring up everybody grows up with Naruto the way you see the show, right? You watch Naruto from the beginning, grow into who he is now. One Piece does it differently in a sense that the story is still going and you start falling in love with these characters and learning their backstories, but then it'll hit you with a flashback that'll tie other things together from hundreds of episodes way back when. So the foreshadowing is crazy, but you also, one, you're starting to see kind of hints and glimpses of, okay, why does this character even matter? And then they give you this thing that pulls at your heartstrings, and it's like, aw, just to stab you. But you know, like, like, so it's interesting that they both do that in such a different way, but it both suits the storyline so well. You know, like everything's like interwoven. I like it. That's all. Just a point.
Let's just give a round of applause to these two debaters over here. We started round one because that one, hey, this one right here is spicy. Hey, like I promised, it delivered, or I hope it delivered, but it did deliver. But honestly, okay, Amanda, thank you, and Michelle, thanks for adding because I was going to tie into that.
I told you I was going to forget some stuff, man.
Hey, you good? I got you. You know, hey, straw hat for game. You know, but yeah,
we're not biased.
Definitely not.
Yeah, call him out, Empati. Tell him.
Audience members, I promise I'm staying unbiased. I promise you, I'm trying my hardest. But I
Mugiwara for
am a
life.
I'm a Luffy head for life. I'm on that crew. I'm on the straw hat ship. Okay, I'm drinking whatever Frankie gives me. But anyway, yeah, that was a great points you guys made. I mean, we got Michelle, like, again, who doesn't want to be friends with Luffy? Luffy stays true to who he is. He's always going to be that guy that is never going to, he's going to be an unwavering, if you want to say compass, let's stick to a ship for him, right? He's an unwavering compass, like for not only himself, but people who he draws attraction to. So I love that. And his story is about that interaction. I'm so glad that you added that piece as well, too, with the whole how Luffy tackles different things that we're not privy to. Like I feel like some children, maybe it's young adults, are watching One Piece and are watching this character Luffy, and Luffy's honestly going heads in, tackling racism, tackling corruption, different arcs. I don't want to spoil it. I'm trying not to spoil it. I mean, Amanda, you watched the Fisherman arc, right? They were talking about racism in that, and a lot of people didn't understand that little detail, that what he was tackling. Granted, Luffy's a hardhead. He probably didn't even think about that, or even it didn't even phase him. But at the end of the day, that's what that was, and that was part of Luffy's story. And they kind of tied back into it a little bit here and there, like you just said, with those little flashbacks with the characters as well too, given with help me out, the one that worked for the world government. Goodness, what's her name? Is it Robin? Robin, yeah, Robin, right? Right?
Nico Robin.
She did.
Nico Robin.
Yeah.
Nico Robin. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it off there. But great points, Amanda. Great points. I mean, who doesn't want to be a fucking fan of Naruto? Like, Naruto's the staple of anime, if you want. It's the face of anime, if you want to say that. I mean, it's another tough one. I could go in circles all day. I'm talking over here trying to convince myself of my vote.
It's tough, man. Because
Hey,
especially like they both handle such heavy topics.
they
It's just one
do.
does it more
They
Yeah.
lightheartedly than the other.
do. They do.
I mean, there's a reason why they're two of the big three.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Damn,
You
we
know
fucked
what?
up.
Impati, you have a vote yet? I voted first last time. Let's see if you have a vote first. I'm
Put you on
over
the
here
spot.
sweating. I'm like, I don't know who to vote for.
Oof. I mean, I guess it's not an easy call.
It's not.
Granted, I'm going purely off of what was said. I'm trying to be as agnostic as possible.
Okay.
And I mean, it sounds like One Piece has the extensive world building. I mean, it's like hard versus soft world building. One Piece has the hard world building, and it covers a broader variety of topics, like Michelle said: government corruption, slavery, and of course, Luffy solving battles or solving problems with fists. But then you get the downside of One Piece is that it takes so damn long.
You
It's a
gotta be
long
in it for the
story.
journey.
It's a long
I mean, if we're
story.
talking about story and development, I feel like 1,000 episodes should cover it, or at least maybe it would have been a fair fight if we said, let's say, the first 800 episodes of One Piece and all of Naruto. That would be like comparable, right? Yeah. But anyway, going back to what was said, like Amanda brought up Naruto's actual character growth physically and emotionally. You get empathy with the character throughout time as the viewer, and the story doesn't like Amanda did say the story doesn't shy away from the dark topics, but I think it doesn't go in depth to some of them, and it just glosses over them. Like you don't get really into the government corruption with
Or
Naruto.
the
They just gloss
human
over it with
experimentation.
Anbu. Yeah, but it's
That's a
all just
crazy
glossed
Hey,
scene.
over.
that happened in One Piece too, though.
It
But
did.
Punk
I'm not there
Hazard.
yet.
That's what I said. I avoided a lot. Okay.
But I will say, Amanda made one good point, and she was saying how in the
Only
scenario of
one?
Naruto, well, the one that made the most impact, I guess we'll say,
Okay,
and
thank
that's
you.
like how Naruto was able to overcome what was out of his control. Like he was born into having the fox in him. Everyone hated him just for that, and I think when you take that into account, the 1,000 plus episodes of One Piece, I'm not dogging on One Piece. I'm just not gonna count that high. I think I'm gonna give it to Naruto.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. First, the first point does go to Naruto. Okay, okay, solid rationale, um, to choose that. I mean, fuck. I hate that it's gonna have to come to this, but I'm a give it to One Piece. I'm gonna give it to Luffy. And I'm not trying to be chaotic. I'm not trying to send us a fucking fans to choose and all this shit. I understand a lot of people hate One Piece because of it's so many episodes. There's so many things that you have to be paying attention to, yada yada yada. But if you really sit down and you take it piece by piece, the story about this motherfucking loop, this individual guy that left a village because he ate a fruit that he shouldn't have ever fucking eaten is so fucking wild of how he has branched out to being this character and being this important and being this magnitude in this fucking story One Piece. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Naruto had that fucking Jinchuriki in him. That's the reason why he's whatever. To me, Luffy, I'm not saying Naruto is gifted or whatever, but goddamn, the gifts was already given to fucking Naruto by his family. Luffy didn't have shit. Luffy really didn't have shit, and that's what we're fucking learning. That's the story. That's the story for me, and that's why I love Luffy. But I'm not here to argue.
That no, that's a really interesting
I'm
difference, though. No, I'm not arguing. I want to talk about that a little
yeah.
bit.
Go ahead.
That's a
Go
really
ahead.
interesting difference, though, because would you say so? You would say Luffy eating the fruit and that basically creating, the story of One Piece and his everything. That is a gift, right? He was gifted to eat the fucking fruit that he wasn't supposed to eat, right? That was a gift. I think everything that came with it would be considered a gift. I'm not that far into it yet. Don't dog on me. But Naruto, is that a gift? Is that a
I don't
gift?
think it's a gift on either way. I think it's more fate than anything. Because from the get go, Luffy wanted to be a pirate, like fruit or no fruit. You know,
He was
Yeah, and
gonna
that
do
I
it
keeps
mean,
him from
regardless.
being a
I
Naruto,
do
pirate.
understand where the
Naruto
man
just
is
kind of
coming
got screwed
from.
over.
so I guess
I do.
following that logic, he ate the fruit to further that goal, right?
Mhm.
Naruto
Well,
was
he didn't
born
know. He was a
certified
kid.
weapon.
He didn't know what he was hungry.
Literally,
He
he
was
was like, "Oh,
hungry.
hey,
He was hungry.
purple
He didn't know
fruit."
what the
Yeah,
fruit was gonna do.
but it didn't hurt his goal. I mean, Naruto was born a weapon. He was born a weapon. I don't think that's a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Hey,
a gift.
it's not a
But
gift. It
it
could be a
helped
curse.
his goal, though.
Did it?
I,
Naruto, in the end, yeah.
So the ends justify the means.
I see what y'all are saying. I see what y'all are saying.
You know?
I see what y'all are saying. It could be looked as a curse. It could be looked not as a. I see what y'all are
Huh.
saying, but I'm still gonna give it to Luffy. I'm still gonna give it to Luffy. I'm
Respect.
still gonna give it to Luffy. I said it 3 times, but
You
yeah.
get one
Say one
vote.
more. Say one more.
But yeah, I mean, both. It's really hard. I could have gone either way. I was trying to really justify giving it to Luffy, but I really just like Luffy's story. I like Luffy's story more than Naruto. So yeah, I'm being biased. Let the fucking audience decide. I can't. They chose two great fucking characters. It's fucking hard. Let the fucking audience decide. I really can't. But no, great, great fucking points by both of you guys. So again, fucking round of fucking applause. Hell yeah, y'all fucking did that shit. But if you guys are listening, you guys listen to both points. You guys will have to vote now. The vote is definitely going to be on you guys. So what's going to happen is that this episode is going to air on Friday. If you're listening, happy Friday. But if you're not listening on Friday, happy whatever day. But we're going to air this episode on Friday. The vote is going to be open on Saturday. That's going to be the first portion of the vote. We're going to do it again because a lot of people are busy on the weekends. We get that. We're trying to accommodate, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to do the vote again on Thursday. So there's going to be 2 votes, just like we're doing these 2 points. And then we're going to add both of those votes. Is going to be percentage. So we're going to add those 2. And whoever has a higher percentage is going to win. Hopefully there's not a tie. I hope there's not a tie. Because if
Round
there's a
two.
tie, I have no idea what we're going to do. I really don't.
Then it'll be me and Michelle against Tanu.
He's gonna be
Actually,
real.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
I
Dude's
do
gonna
fuck with
have-
that.
he's gonna be like
Menage a trois.
genocide, and she's gonna come out with a whole ass MLA format,
MLA
10-page
format.
The
essay.
euthanasia
Action.
plan.
Like, yeah, submit your argument to this Dropbox, and then judges will review it.
Right. Nah, this was so awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate both of you guys once again. Honestly, you guys had great points. And Pati, thank you so much for joining us, being the judge, filling in. Great fucking insight from both points that were delivered from Amanda and Michelle. So appreciate you as well too. You guys have any final says before we go ahead and wrap this up?
Believe it.
I thought you were gonna say develop it. All right.
I
Love
did. I
it.
was
Dante
honestly thinking that too.
All right. Well, you can officially strap out of anime for 3. Please follow us on the socials. It is anime for 3. You got to spell out the 3. You can follow us or subscribe to YouTube, and you got to type 3. So anime for 3 and put the number 3. But again, we do appreciate you. Please give us some feedback. Please follow us on our socials. And yeah, we appreciate you guys. So we're signing off so you can officially strap out. So peace.
Pew, 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 pew.
Ah, what a good one.
Bro, Amanda. No, that was so well organized. That was so good.
Really? Because I felt like
Oh,
I
yeah.
was all over the place. I kind of
no.
blacked
You
out for a
weren't.
little bit there. I just
Dude, I
started
was-
talking. I was
I
just
was
talking
like-
to talk.
I was like, fuck, I can't say that. Fuck, I can't say that. I was like, okay. No, that was good. That
Yeah.
was solid.
I appreciate you trying so hard not to spoil any of it, even though I'm probably gonna spoil it for myself later, anyways, because I'm a piece of shit. But
Well,
I
I mean,
appreciate you.
hey,
Jesus Christ.
not just for you, but I don't know, like your listeners. I mean, I know a ton of people that are right behind Dressrosa, so it's like I know a lot of people started watching it recently, so it's like I don't want to.
Mm,
Butcher for him. No,
I mean, there's a
appreciate that.
lot of good spoilers out there, but yeah, it's a fun ride.
yeah, for sure. I'm definitely enjoying it.
So did you cry?
Did she cry?
Did
With
I
Robin?
cry?
Yeah.
Never mind.
So is she? I'm guessing she dies.
Who dies?
Huh?
Rob-
No. You said you got
Well,
past
then
Amy's lobby.
No,
Did you not
I
get to that
just finished
episode?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Ooh.
So where I'm at is when
Wings.
they're leaving Skypiea, and then the octopus balloon drops them in the water, and they end up landing in the Marine base, and they're trapped. So the Marines all think that it's a ghost ship, and then they all went different ways, and so they're all kind of by themselves on this Marine island, and they're like, "What do we do?"
Wait,
where
Valentine,
I'm
is that right before Annie's lobby or right after?
I'm so sorry. I was checking all this money I was winning. What was the?
Must be nice. But just the thing with Robin, does it like Annie's lobby? Does it happen before? They
I
get-
want to
or
say.
It's been so long, dude.
I
I'm
haven't
like-
watched this.
Well,
shit since
it's not before
college.
because nothing's happened with her yet.
Oh,
So you've met Robin, right?
Yeah, she was in the entire Skypiea arc on the ship.
okay.
she's
So
part of the crew.
she just hasn't had that moment yet.
Yeah. It has to be after then. It's after. It
Oh.
has to be after. The whole crying shit is what you're talking about, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
I
sad
cried.
fucking Shit. Yeah, I don't remember.
That's why I said
But-
she cried because I need someone else to have been in shambles too.
It's really
Mm.
fucking sad.
Like,
See, I'm
it
not a
still gets
crier,
me,
though.
bro.
I remember.
Amanda cries.
I went
I'm
with
not
you
a
to see
crier.
Suzume. I beg to differ.
I didn't
Amanda
cry.
cried.
in
Amanda
June,
cried.
Loser.
Amanda
Okay,
cries,
yo,
but she doesn't
y'all wanna
cry.
I
hear
like-
saw a tear.
Y'all want to hear something so fucking funny though? So me and Michelle went to Suzume, and we both